Systems check. Boop boop. Systems check. Checking the system. Boom. Boom. Good. We live. Are we? I haven't done this in a while from my house. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Hi everybody. Um, Hi Craig. Hi Elle. Hey Tanya. What's up everybody? I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot to talk about here tonight. After many days of sitting in my house, I've got thoughts. I've got many thoughts. So, cheers to you all. Let's all catch up first. Let's talk. Let's see how everybody's doing. Um, how's your quarantine been? Have you been enjoying yourselves? It's been the most boring time of my entire life, I think. Probably the most bored I've ever been in my life. So, yeah. What's up, Craig? What's up, Aaron? Hi, guys. Yes, I know it's been a while. We have not gone. I haven't gone proper live. I've just been doing like, hey, let's play a video game, which is not me talking to you or me being live. So, um, yeah. But the good news is that I've got this entire gaming streaming thing. We're figuring that out. And I've got nothing but content. I've got so much footage. Erica, hi everybody. I'm so sorry. I can't even keep up with the chat. There's so much. I miss all you guys. I miss running around the parks. Hi Nick. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, guys, I miss day-to-day life, the normal the Disney life. I'm not working either, so that's fun. No work, no Disney. Yeah, bored. So big time miss running around the parks and yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I know. Tomorrow night was supposed to be my first DVC stay at the Polynesian. That's not happening, which sucks. I'm sure I'll be able to reschedule it and all that stuff, but ugh, ugh, it sucks. So for most people, like a lot of people, and there's a few people here in the chat, Nick, Tanya, who, Aaron, who live the Disney life. Like you're there every single day. If you're not there every single day, you're there a majority of your week. So when you have something like that, and then all of a sudden it goes away, huge change, huge change. Like I understand only a few people being upset. Like there are some people who this is not affecting them at all. Like they have trips that they just got done with and they weren't planning on going back for a year. Or there's people who like so January, February. So call it March, April, May. Say the worst case scenario, we open back up in June. So March, April, May, right? Half of March. So really 2.5 out of the 12 months of the year of people's potential trips that were canceled. Huge shout out to Craig for the super chat there. I almost forgot what it was called. Oh my god. Super chat. What did it say? Towards your first hours, my first after hours party. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. We're gonna be going to so much stuff when Disney opens back up. It's gonna be insane. I cannot wait to get back to the dessert party. I really need to. And Tanya, we need to do the Star Wars one again, but we need to do it right. You know what I mean? Where it's like we're like in there immediately. Yeah. So like there are some people that this is not affecting them at all. Their Disney lives are not changing. Even a lot of people who I know who are content creators, this does not change their normal go of things because this is they go months without. That was me for a long time. There was a point in my life where this might not have affected me, but now, ugh, it makes you realize, we're all so super duper lucky to be there all the time like that. So lucky to be there all the time at Disney. So I'm happy to hear that most of you are doing well when you're quarantining. Let's do some catching up because it's gonna be, we don't have to rip through this by any means. Before I get into my rambling, where I'm not looking at the chat and I'm just going off about this whole thing. Um, what have you guys been doing? Have you been watching things on Disney Plus? And what have you been watching on Disney Plus? I've already seen The Mandalorian. I've seen The Imagineering Story, and I've seen a handful of Disney movies. So what else is on there that I really need to kind of check out? I've got a new TV coming in the next few days. Big old TV. So that's going to be fun. I got The Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray, all of the extended, and I got The Hobbits, all the extended Hobbits. All I can tell you is that if you have those and you wanna watch them with me one day, I will totally do that. Because I haven't seen them in like probably 8 years, and I'm going to be an emotional mess. One day at Disney is great. Yeah, see, I need to find it and I need to watch it. I've been on Netflix, Ozark. I've watched so much Netflix. Tanya, you've never even seen Game of Thrones, which blows my mind. If anybody's looking for something to do, even though it has the worst ending ever, I suggest you watch Lost or Game of Thrones. Both the best shows ever with terrible endings, but oh my god, they're so good. When they're good, they're so good. And it will eat this quarantine time that you have up. Believe me, shows like that, like super crazy, like bingey shows. Yeah, yep, those will destroy your time. I've been I watched Toy Story 4. That was the only thing. Oh, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z. I finished Dragon Ball Z finally. I'm almost finished. I already know how it ends, so I'm pretty much at the climax of it. But years of my life I've spent watching the show. From when I was like 11 years old. And like I watched Dragon Ball, and then when I was a teenager, Dragon Ball Z, and then when I was like a college dude, like I watched it all again, and now here I am, 31 years old. Am I 31? How old am I? 32 this year? 31 years. How old am I? Yeah, 32 this year. 31. Let me tell you, just finishing Dragon Ball Super now. I'm like, holy crap, man. This show has followed me my entire life. And I think it's got more. I think there's more to come, which is crazy. Super crazy. What did everybody say? If you love dogs, don't watch A Dog's Purpose, especially if you are on the emotional side. Okay, gotta catch up on Game of Thrones, Grey's Anatomy, Splash, Onward, Disney Insider. That's a good movie. Okay, A Dog's Purpose. I never saw that movie because didn't it have like awful press about the thing? Like they were like throwing the dog in the water. Like I saw the behind the scenes stuff. It just looked crazy, the stuff they were making those dog actors do. Which I mean, dogs are dogs. Dogs don't really care about that stuff. They're all perfectly honest with you. Dogs are pretty cool. They don't like it. They like even if a dog's freaking out, it's gonna be fine. That kind of it's gonna be okay. So maybe I should watch it after all. But I know originally I had avoided it because I think there was bad press around that movie. Bad I saw Toy Story 4. Um, when I think about movies, Tanya, I talked to Tanya a little bit about this in her live stream last night. I think that Toy Story 1 is obviously, it's like the pinnacle of Pixar. It's like without, it's the Beatles, you know what I mean? It's the Rolling Stones. Like Toy Story is it's up here. You can't really go near it because everything's gonna be better afterwards, like more technologically advanced. But like, it doesn't matter because that's the raw, real beginning. Toy Story 2, I absolutely love. I think it's a good movie. It's the redeeming arc of it is Jesse in like Bullseye. Like Jesse is such a huge character. Like Jesse's way bigger than any of the characters that came after her. Even like Duke Kaboom. Remember how popular Duke Kaboom was? Forky, even. You know what I mean? Here's his magic band right down here. Where is he? Right there, Forky. He wasn't. He's not Jesse. You know, like Jesse's the Yodeling cowgirl. She has meet and greet in Toy Story Land. Jessie has her own Jessie's Critter thing at Disneyland. So Toy Story 2 has that. It has the introduction of like super important themes to the main character of Woody and Buzz, and like gives you Jessie, which is huge. And Jessie's whole story, oh my god, that song. Crazy. Super powerful. Way more powerful than like Lotso's scene or anything in Toy Story 4. Like, probably the most powerful scene in all of Toy Story, to be honest with you. There's nothing even in the first one that's that powerful. Like, that scene with Jessie and like why she is the way she is and that whole whew, really tough themes. And then at the end of it, you're like, that was a that was a movie about toys. It's not even real. Um, and then, of course, Toy Story 3, Tanya has a good connection to it, and I like that. I like when people like a movie for a specific reason, but this is me talking about a movie just as a movie. Toy Story 3 lacked in a lot of ways. Toy Story 3 hit a wall with Lotso. Like, it's the same story all over again. But like, oh, so like if you get thrown away by like your owner, like you're not maybe gonna be like Jesse or whatever. You're gonna turn out to be like an evil teddy bear. And I like Lotso as a character. I think he has an awesome meet and greet. I like the fact that he smells like strawberries. I like the whole he's cool, like his whole it's me, you know. And then actually I'm an evil guy. I liked all that. It just doesn't it runs over way too much similar ground. You have seen Toy Story 3 in other versions before. The bad guy who turns out, the good guy who turns out to be a bad guy. You know, the gang being broken up, a new setting, Andy goes away. Like, and then Toy Story 4 was pretty. Here's the thing about Toy Story 4 instantly that I was, and I wish I would have waited until I got my new TV to do this. I've never seen animation like that in my entire life. It was the most beautiful animation I've ever seen. I like, I couldn't believe it. The lighting on it, the way that they like, it was mind-boggling. So, Toy Story 4 definitely has to be, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how I feel about the Toy Story movies. The other thing I'm debating about doing is watching, where is it? Frozen 2, right there. I did not like Frozen 2 at all. Like, I love the music, and I thought it was an okay movie. I just have no, like, real desire to rewatch it at all. You know what I find myself just wanting to go back and rewatch over and over again? Moana and Coco. Like, I would watch Moana any day of the week, and Coco I would watch any day of the week. The music is just ridiculous. Frozen 2 is better the second time. I've watched Frozen 2 3 times. Okay, we got a lot of love for Frozen 2. I did not enjoy it in the theaters. It came out like, what the hell? Y'all see the SNL clip I posted of it? Like that they when they did the Frozen 2 breakdown. She's like, I gotta go and ride a water horse to defeat a fire spirit on the ice island. I think the plot of this movie is really stupid. It was funny as hell because it was like you look at the first Frozen. Let me tell you the experience I had. Talk about like personal things, right? With a movie. Frozen 2 came out. When Frozen, sorry, when Frozen the movie came out, I was like, I did not want anything to do with it. I was so not in that state of mind that like an animated movie, like all these little kids, my little cousins singing this song. It was on the radio. I was like, what the hell? It's like The Lion King all over again. I'm like, there's Disney songs on the radio? I'm like, who even is this lady? Idina Menzel. I'm like, of course she is who she is. I didn't know any of that at the time. So I never saw it. I think it probably was 10. I don't know. How long has Frozen 1 been out? It was at least 7 plus years that Frozen had been out before I saw it. It had been out forever. And one day, I was just like, I'm watching this movie. And I put it on. And I got to the part where, Elsa, she hits Anna, she's got the ice thing, they go to the trolls. I'm like, it's pretty good, whatever. I'm not really super into it. And then the whole thing that Anna wouldn't know why she didn't. No way. I paused it instantly. I don't know at what point, maybe like right before Do You Want to Build a Snowman, like when it gets kind of heavy. I went downstairs, I opened my freezer, I took like 2 shots of Tito's, and I just stood there and I thought to myself, and I was alone. This was not like for a show, I was not on TV. Like, this was just something I did, like naturally. Like, I was like, can I even finish this? It was messing with me so hard, that idea of like that little girl, like not knowing why the sister hated her. It was crazy. And so I went upstairs, I finished watching it, and Frozen to this day is my jam. The Frozen Holiday Wish, that song rips me apart. Like, I love that song. It's perfect. But Frozen 2, I don't know. It came out and I was just like, man. Disney had come off of those 2 movies. Right? Isn't that how it went? It went Moana, Coco, Toy Story 4, Frozen 2. I know there was a Wreck-It Ralph in there too, but I think like that was kind of it for animated. Michelle, what's up? How are you, Michelle? Good to see you here. I won't get my magic band because I'm like, maybe that'll give it away. There was obviously a ton of Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, but yeah, I'm really racking my brain. I can't think of any other Disney animated movies that came out during that time. Where's the next Moana? Where's Moana 2? Have you ever seen a character like Pua in the entirety of Disney, the catalog? A pig that is literally in the movie for like a combined 90 seconds. He's missing the entire movie. But he literally has like everybody has a Pua plush. I don't get it. Where is Moana 2? And that's what I respect about like Disney. At least like with at least with Frozen 2 they waited a while. I do respect that. Unlike what they did to Star Wars, where they're just like ripping Star Wars out. Ugh. Because then they like on the flip side they have the Marvel thing where they can release as many movies as they want every year, although things have seriously slowed down post Endgame. It's been what's nice about something like this is it does give you a huge excuse to just nerd out. There's just so many things out there that are worth your time. to watch. A tremendous amount of TV shows that if you have never watched, you like almost have to watch. You know what I mean? Ratchet McKay, I love that name. Towards the next food, snack, drink review in this crazy world, hopefully returns to some sense of normal. Is it normalcy? Yes, there it is. Preach. We're gonna talk about that in a little while, the Disney thing. I just want to keep ripping on like what we've been doing. This is gonna be broken up into segments. For the first like 40 minutes or so, I wanted to catch up with you guys, just talk quarantine, what you've been watching, stuff like that. Second part is going to be all coronavirus as far as how I feel about this thing on the whole, how it's affecting life. And then we're going to wrap it up with Disney, what my personal plans are moving forward with my own content during the break, getting back to Disney and what we're doing there, the plans for, yeah, we'll wrap it up with that. So, Tiger King, I know I just see everybody posting about it, and I just don't, I can't watch it. I should watch it though. It's like I'm very bad at watching multiple things at once. So like once I'm done with this next like 10 episodes of Dragon Ball, I'm good. I'm freed up, and I'm gonna like I said, I got the Lord of the Rings coming in a couple days from Amazon with the new TV. Big TV. Ooh, big TV. 55 inch. 19 panel LED. Like monster TV. I'm playing Animal Crossing. Dude, I don't have a Nintendo. Oh, or I would be. I should look at the chat on my other phone instead of reaching up like a dump. hmm Apparently I have to reschedule my May trip now. There went my awesome birthday plans. May. I, well, I really hope not. I know Disney said they're not taking anything till June 1st. I think that's crazy. Well, Joe will talk about all that, but yeah, I think that's buck wild. Really buck wild. And I don't know if I even fully, like, believe it. You know? They're offering free dining to those who've been affected by the closure. That's good. When you realize you've been doing the 6 foot distancing rule your entire life, says Joe. I'm ready for all these comments, but that's going to come in the next part of this. One of the things I want to do is I saw. No, I haven't really, Tanya. I've just been sitting in my room gaming because that's really the best way for me to push through all this. Yeah. Something's up with your mic. I can't hear you very well. I have the volume all the way up. Is anybody else having the same issue Michelle's having that they can't hear me? Oh, I can check. I can see what's going on here. Content. I've got so much. Sounds good to me. Let's go live. Hello, I'm Tom. Hello, I'm Tom. Yep, that's good. Hello, I'm Tom. I do Disney. That's the name of this channel. Tom does Disney. Yes, you're very low. We're getting a lot of different answers here, folks. How could that be? How could we have so many different answers? Alright, so we'll all get on the same playing field. I can't really move this closer. Ah, you guys are tripping me out now. It sounds good on my other phone. So, I think if you're watching on your phone, you should be totally fine. And any TV should definitely have like a volume very low here. No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Tablet low, but TV better. Well, I'll just scream into the mic. I'm not doing that. You sound great in surround sound, Bill. Well, that's good. You guys need to buff up your sound like Bill's got. Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. It looks like we're getting a lot of mixed answers here. I saw a lot of fine, so I'm just gonna roll with fine. Um, what was I saying? I've seen Aaron, and I've seen Aaron. Who else has done this thing that you've done? I want to do this thing where you watch. Oh, Corey and Jill from Living in Diz. Corey, Jill, Aaron have done this thing where they are like watch. What's up, Griswold Family Vacay? Where they're like watching, doing like watch parties. It looks kind of interesting. Um, I'm into it. Hey, listen, Lord of the Rings is gonna be a deep dive. It's not gonna, yeah. So, be ready. If you're coming to the Lord of the Rings party, be ready. What I will do is I'll bring you guys up here. Because that'll definitely, if anybody was having a little bit of audio, you should definitely be a little bit better now. Because that's way closer. Way closer. Got all the cameras up there. The legacy of cameras and gear. The legacy of cameras and gear. So watch party for that. I think we'll do it on Thursday. Let's say Thursday night or Wednesday night. We're gonna do the. You have to have the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. I think we're gonna do back to back. Did you get the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway Band? I do, right there, the black one. Have you been out at all? No. So I went out one time to get groceries. Those groceries, as of about tomorrow, I have to go out. Like I was gonna go out today, but I still had a little bit left. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to go brave the. And it sounds like I should load up too, by the sounds of things. The black pass holder one, nice. Yes, thanks to Tanya. If she hadn't gotten that for me, I wouldn't have been there early enough. I don't think so. I didn't even check. But either way, shout out to Tanya. So, what else am I planning on doing? Oh, okay. So the gaming channel. The gaming channel is set up. I need to figure out. It's gonna be a minute before I get like maybe just drive. I did go for a drive. That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I just got in my car and I drove. I went to Taco Bell one night. I caved. I drove to the Bell. I had to. I couldn't take it anymore. You need mods on the gaming channel. Dude, I don't have. I need subs on the gaming channel. I need subs. I need views. I need a lot on the gaming channel. It's gonna be like starting fresh pretty much. But here's the deal: is I'm not gonna be sitting in this house like not. I should just be playing games. Drives feel good. Yeah, yeah. I don't need it. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm good. Like I got a couple games coming in. Like I got Far Cry 5 coming in. Dude, I've been waiting to play this game for a long time. It literally came out like right when I started doing my Disney stuff, and I fell out of it. I could not play any games during that, and I haven't played any games during that. I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey coming. That's gonna be a 200-300 hour game, easily. Far Cry probably gonna be a 100-hour game. So that's and they're gonna be full Let's Plays too. Like we're gonna be like, hey guys, welcome to the first part of Far Cry 5. Here we go. Let's jump into it. Okay, all right. Let's get our guns and ammo. Like it's gonna be. I just need to figure out the audio. I need to get like a mic set up. I think I can do it. I think I just need some chords. I think I just need a bunch of different chords, and I can get this all figured out. Well, I was looking at the game footage. The game footage looks good. Whew. What's up, Rachel? Myers on the Mouse, biggest fan. How are you, Rachel? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I think I'm nasaled up. I think it's just from being in the house. I don't have that like fresh Disney air. Yeah, that's what's going on there. And I realize that like when I'm in the parks, like I'm projecting more. I probably talk more like this because it's loud. It's like a big loud place, so you're screaming. But like here in my house, I don't want to yell in my room. It just sounds ridiculous. So that's why I need to get a proper mic set up. It's gonna sound way more ASMR. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a way more ASMR vibe to the gaming and the at-home streams than there will be to me being at Disney. So that's what's coming. As of right now, what is your favorite video game of all time? Well, as of right now, I don't know. GTA 5 is really staying in the course of time. Like I've been playing this game for almost 8 years. That's buck wild. Has it been 8 years? No, I lived in. It probably is. It's probably coming up on that. 7 years or something. That's insane. Has it been that long? How old is your Sim baby? They grew up. The Sims babies grew up. I finally got them both to grow up. The gaming channel has a different name, guys. Yes. EverQuest. Oh man, I haven't played EverQuest in forever. The gaming channel is just Tom Does Video Games. So you can punch that in. You can subscribe. I'm gonna get a logo, get some banner art going this week, and in the channel is gonna like the birth of the entire channel is going to be this first Far Cry 5 playthrough. It's gonna be very adult. I'll tell you that right off the bat because that game is super adult. So it's gonna be. That's why I had to separate it all from this because this channel's not for that. This channel's literally like just like the other thing you have to remember is like I'm not even gonna be as good at the video game stuff as I am at Disney or even this probably because I don't know. That's my habitat. It's like where I belong. But we're gonna try our best because I think we got some time on our hands. I really do. And it would be good to just get to a point where like I could do that, you know, once a day or once a week rather. Take that day where I go to work and I game. You know, gaming's fun. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's awesome. I'm sure plenty of you guys are playing games right now, whether it's on your phone or whether it's on your system or your kids are gaming or whatever. You know, my favorite gaming channel. I don't know, PewDiePie, obviously. PewDiePie's my favorite YouTube channel, so I've been watching a ton of PewDiePie. You know what I've been doing? What I've been watching, binge watching? David Letterman. The guy's my hero. Like, Letterman was so ahead of the curve. Like, he was YouTube before YouTube was even YouTube. PewDiePie, take a drink. Is that your game that you guys play every time I say PewDiePie? PewDiePie. PewDiePie. I'm gonna have another beer. It's my game. Yeah, it's weird. Not to mention stupid animal tricks, dude. Oh my god, he's just a genius. Like I've just like what I've been doing is I'll punch in like a certain person. I'll be like Don Rickles on David Letterman, and like there are these YouTube compilations of literally like every time the guy's been on there. And it's hours, hours, and hours of stuff. So I've been waking up. I edit a video. Right now, guys, I am trying to edit the Illuminations finale, the last Illuminations vlog, which I shot at 60 frames per second, and my laptop just cannot even deal with. It took me so long to edit this thing today. I tried exporting it at the huge super quality I usually do. Um, my laptop went for about 3 hours, and then my editor crashed. So now I'm exporting it at way lower. It'll probably look okay still. And right now I'm looking over there. I can't even see it, dude. It's been going forever, forever. I actually want to see what it looks like. I want to see where it's at. Oh, hit my mic. An hour and 22 minutes at 50, at 60%. So 60%. Dude, even at this rate, at this super low quality rate, that vlog, it's gonna take 5 hours to export. Oh my god. 5 hours to export, and it's gonna take like who knows, God knows how long to upload. I should just do it tonight. I should just put the uploader going. By the time I wake up, it'll probably not even be done. That's gonna be intense, man. That's gonna be super intense. I hope it looks alright at the end. I don't know. So Carson was great, dude. I watched a ton of Johnny Carson too. Actually, that was a couple months ago though. I went through a kick. I watched all these dudes. I watched Dick Cavett. I watched Carson, and then I watched a bunch of Conan, and I watched a bunch of. Now I'm basically that's where I'm at. I'm on Letterman. I'm just watching a ton of Letterman. Like there was a point in my life where I would watch Jimmy Fallon like every day. Post the next day when I had Hulu back in the day, I was watching Jimmy Fallon like on the reg. I watched so much of him. He's good, but he's so different, you know. Like Letterman, dude. Oh my god, he was so smart, so smart, super duper intelligent guy, just crazy smart. Yeah. So I've been watching that while I edit. Somehow, I've somehow managed to get to a point where I can edit and watch and have something in the background that I can actually pay attention to, which is insane. And then I've been just playing a game, like pretty much the entire time that it uploads and exports, and then I premiere it. And I've been trying to be in most of those chats. But yeah, dude, just been gaming, gaming, gaming. Far Cry 5, huge playthrough, and then the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, huge playthrough. I think those will be fun. I think we're gonna have a really good time with that stuff. Like once I get the hang of it, once I get the hang of like commentating on like what I'm doing, you know, making it fun, like making like myself the character, because that's really what you know what I mean. Before I ever started vlogging at Disney, I studied Disney vloggers. I figured out how to do it. I didn't just jump in willy nilly with a camera like, ooh, this camera actually, this was the one I used to use. I love this little thing. It's freaking perfect camera. But I wasn't like, oh hey, uh, have you ever been on the Space Mountains? You know? I watched it. Oh, look who it is. Ray Phillips. What's up, Ray Phillips? You should have made your name like, I don't know. What's stuff that you really like? like Wu-Tang Clan Forever or something, you know? That would have been a fun username. You just went, God forbid, hide your identity. So back to the point, I made your name. Yeah. So, this little guy. So I think if you're going to start vlogging, if you wanted to start vlogging, this is the perfect place to start. Your phone is not a good place to vlog. Let me tell you why. When you're vlogging with your phone, you're not thinking properly. Your phone is a device that you have to have on you at all times. Your phone is probably the most essential thing on your entire body at any point. You're using it all the time. So, if you try to use it for content creation, your content creation gets broken up by, ooh, let me get this pan of this. Oh, this was very pretty. Ooh, check my Twitter. That's not good. You need to be able to check Twitter and do whatever you want, but stay in the zone. Know that you just did this. Check the Twitter, okay? But stay. It's almost like it's almost like a tangential. Is that the right word here? Tangential thing, where like you're almost holding the ideas in this hand. It's separate. It just needs to be separate. I promise you. It needs to be separate. It, the the one good vlog I ever got from my phone, I had to focus so much. It was the most I've ever had to focus shooting in my entire life. Trust me, it's not worth it. Get yourself something like this. This thing is like $100. $150. Altogether, $150. I think these ELPH 360. This is the lowest Canon that shoots 1080, and you need 1080. So this is the lowest Canon that shoots 1080 video. That's a good solid camera. This thing went down Splash Mountain. It shot my whole first series of vlogs. It's a beast. It's not Betsy. I miss using this camera. I miss you. Why can't I quit you, M50? Oh, the M50 with the butter lens, boy. This thing is an absolute maniac. Have you guys seen the vlogs recently? They're so not like, for me personally, so looking back at some of these shots, I'm like, wow. Because I'm so used to live streaming now. That's all I do. It's really all I do is I just live stream live. Before this coronavirus thing happened, and I pretty much got stranded at home, I was just live streaming. Because for me, it's easier, it's more fun, and that's really the only two things I need. It's easier and it's more fun, and it gets way more views, and it's like, it's a no-brainer. But I don't get to use this little guy. So I really, now that I've realized how easy it can be to edit and upload something that I shoot well, I want to get a whole perfect upload schedule going. I think regularity is going to be key to growth. The growth's fine. It's very steady. We're pushing up on, like, we're past 2,500 subs, which is awesome. Instagram staying strong at 12K. Nobody's unfollowed my Insta, or nobody has followed it either in a while. Well, they do, but just not enough to like push that number up. So I think regularity is going to be key, because I've even seen that just these videos, like they've been doing all right. Not doing better or worse, but I just feel like personally for me, it's like so nice to see that every day there's something from Tom. You know, every day you get a video from me. I think that's good. I think that's like the bare minimum of being a YouTuber. I think if you have that kind of freedom in your life to be able to just content create, like, you have a responsibility to put something out every day. You really do. If you make a living doing this, or it's like a huge chunk of like your income. Like, you really should be grinding. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents. I missed this camera. I can't quit you, babe. Brokeback Mountain. Michelle got the reference. Yee, look at the lens, my god. Also, can't wait to get back and build more lightsabers. I miss building lightsabers. I miss carrying this thing around. It's such a nice little. I miss Disney. I miss the regularity of it. It's like I was doing one thing forever, which is this. Play video games. Sit in your room. And then I got shown this whole beautiful, awesome world where I go to Disney World every day and I get to hang out with people on live streams and ba ba ba. And now I'm right back in it. Walk around with the lightsaber. Holy moly! I remember paying thousands a camera you can get for like $60 today. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think about that all the time. You know, not to harp, but to get the shots that we're pulling on this setup right here. And granted, I have I have deep dived this Canon. Deep dived it. I have very custom settings on this. Nobody's M50 footage looks like my M50 footage for a reason. Okay? And it's not just this puppy, although this is probably 80% of it. 20, 20%, let's say this is 70% of it. I don't know why nobody else shoots on this thing. Everybody buys it and then they don't shoot on it. It's like everybody gets to the pot of gold and then they just kick it over. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. When you get the 22 mil on the M50, you shoot on it. This is the perfect setup. But if you don't go into this thing and adjust some stuff, very key stuff, let me tell you, because raw out the box, this thing does not shoot the way that it does in my hands. And that took months of learning. Okay, this thing, you you could film a movie on it. You could film a straight up movie on this. With this and like 2 other lenses, you could film a movie on this camera. And a gimbal, obviously, because vlog shots are shaky and that's fun. You know what I mean? This is how you want to hold this camera. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to palm this thing and be like, oh, hey, man, yeah. I don't want, like, a gimbal. I don't want to be like, yeah, it's just a crazy. I'm vlogging. I'm not making a piece of art. Well, I am, but it's a vlog. You know what I mean? You shoot vlogs handheld. And if you don't shoot them handheld, you shoot them with a Gorilla Pod or you shoot them on a tripod like what I'm using for this. You know what I mean? It gives it that look. It gives it that vlog look that you want. So this thing, literally, like all this, I can hook it onto my chest, like on where my phone is. It just sits right there. And I can just pull my shots, get what I need, put it right back on there. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That thing's perfect. Straight up perfect. Well, I guess it's time. The fun talk is over. It's time to talk about this bullshit coronavirus. Now, not bullshit in the way you think. Not fake. It's very real. What's happening right now is very real. And it's affecting tons and tons of people. It is also so much bigger and deeper than it is on the surface. Getting sick from something like this that is flu like, right, is commonplace. And there's a reason that there are going to be so many people who survive this if they come in contact with it. If they were to contract the coronavirus, they would most likely survive. Actually, they more than most likely would survive by the numbers. Not just here, but worldwide. This is not something that I think I've ever seen anything like before in my life. You know, I remember growing up, there were always these crazy kind of, I don't, you don't want to call them like fake diseases, but like to you they seemed fake because you never met anybody that had it. You know what I mean? Or like you didn't, it never affected your normal life. Even more recently, things like mad cow disease, H1N1, swine flu, bird flu, Ebola. Ebola's a murderer. Ebola virus. Let me tell you something. If there was a pandemic of Ebola virus going on right now, like there is right now with with the flu, is like apparently just a much easier thing to catch coronavirus because Ebola, like, look at the mortality rates on it. Look up the diseases from the World Health Council. Look at hardcore numbers on these things, and you'll see that we should have been really scared about so many of these things that happen. There was I'm not sure what's going on right now. I guess if I'm gonna, because this is real talk, right? Real talk, I try not to over analyze or get into the thick of numbers, etc. I try to just talk more from a position of awareness, right? That's what real talk is. It's about being aware, not more aware than anybody. It doesn't mean that if, trust me, dude, friends, one of my best friends, he he's if I were to ask him if he was scared of this, he would tell you yes. He also has a wife and a baby, so that makes sense. There's So think about this. All right, you see what's going on right now. You see every day when you wake up, you put on the news. It says more cases of coronavirus, more people dead from coronavirus. Does it stop you really? Has it changed really the way you think about things in general? Because here's the deal. Um, if you know anything about disease, or if you've researched this in any way, shape, or form, you'll know that you hit a plateau, pretty much, of when stopping it kind of becomes impossible. And you have to accept the the natural play out of things. Now, it's not necessarily about, yes, isolation is going to help big time. Big time. See, here's the thing. If you stay in your house and you didn't open a door and you didn't let anybody in and you didn't get your mail and you didn't actually leave your house, like if you did not open your doors for the entirety of this thing, yes, you quarantined. That's what a quarantine is. Do you realize a quarantine breaks? Like if you were in an actual quarantine, It breaks the minute somebody goes into the room. It's over. It's over. You have to re-quarantine. You have to reset up the entire process. So like, if I haven't walked out of this room in 10 days, and then tomorrow I have to go outside, it's game over. Everything back in this room becomes contaminated. Everything, the contagion is no longer contained, so you're in trouble. Now, here's the ball buster of it: is that shouldn't even scare you. That should not scare you. You should be outside. You should be at school, at work. We should all be. All of us. Why? Because the economy is collapsing. People's lives are collapsing. You, the, Here's the thing about when you're in the midst of something. Do you remember, like, and I'm not going to use too many specifics, but and we're not going to always be comparing apples to apples here because that's very difficult with diseases. I feel like I've done that already with a few examples. Apples to pears, maybe. They're still fruits, right? If you think about something like Coney, you guys remember Coney? The guy in Africa? Child, everything. A warlord. Terrible guy. You know what I mean? One day nobody knew who he was, and then the next day, because of the internet, everybody knew who Coney was, and everybody was gonna like, you had to kill this dude. Like everybody wanted him dead. It's like these weird social moments that happen to us, where we hive mind because the internet has allowed us to do this weird thing where we can like all hive mind. It's the weirdest thing. It's like this stuff didn't happen. Again, if I have to go back to apples, H1N1, I would have to re-pull up the numbers. I know that April 20, 20 between April 2009 and April 2010, there was like 65 million reported cases of H1N1. 150,000 plus deaths. Do you remember missing school? Do you remember your job closing? Do you remember Disney World closing? Do you remember airlines being literally like going down the shithole? Do you remember it doing that? No. And it was by the numbers, seemingly, we don't know where this is going to go, infinitely more dangerous. It was a disease that caught on here in the United States. It was a disease that we were the epicenter of. And it did not affect our lives like this. I don't. There has been some weird ass. Yeah, well, this is flu too, though. That's what this is. You can't. There's no denying it. When you just look at the hard numbers of it, there's no denying it. This is. So, what's the difference between the flu and something flu like? Really? What's the difference between a zebra and a horse? It's weird, man. It's weird. Some weird stuff going on here. There's something weird. And it's not weird in the way that, like, Illuminati, government conspiracy weird. It's weird in, like, us. Like, we have all kind of allowed this to happen. You know what's tough? There's a reason YouTube doesn't want you putting this stuff in new titles. There's a reason that Disney didn't want us streaming there at the end. You know, there's a reason that people are all weird about this. It's because it's kind of unprecedented. The level of social anxiety, the level of like social pressure on people has never been like this before. Like, this is not, guys, I hate to break it to you, the coronavirus. This is not like the bubonic plague, bro. This ain't it. This ain't the end for us, guys. I hate to break it to you. I have a strong feeling we're gonna look back on this and all collectively be like, what the hell was that about? I really do. I looked into the coronavirus a bit more. The coronavirus, I don't. Matt apparently is a fucking. Pardon my French. I'm getting. Matt is some type of. He's a forensic dude. He's like, this is not an influenza virus. So I don't know anything about the technicalities of what type of virus this is, but I can tell you what I do know about it. And these are things that I've researched from different points, so I know that they're true. Multiple sources. Okay. I'm not some infectious disease doctor. But I know that this disease started and the the person that they think is patient zero displayed most of these symptoms and contracted this virus. A, via eating bat, which is a trip. Hey, people all over the world eat different stuff, right? Eating bat contracted this disease or was bitten, right? Many ways that you can contract, but it was contracted from some type of bat, and that he was displaying symptoms around November, mid-November. Now, here's what you need to realize about that. Say this guy, he is patient zero, which he most likely isn't, but say he is. Say in and around that time, you could push it to the beginning of November. And this is you got to follow along here. This is not BS. This is not, hey, we didn't land on the moon type stuff. This is pure logic, straight, thorough thoughts. Okay. If that guy had the disease or anybody else in and around that time, they would have unknowingly passed it to so many other people before they were ever diagnosed. Okay? So, those people interact with so many other people. A guy like me, or anybody who lives in a major city, most likely you have already come in contact with the coronavirus. A, you didn't get sick from it, or B, you did. And it probably happened to you last fall. And it was probably pretty bad. Because I got sick for about 8 days where I was hacking up. Could barely keep my shit straight. I'm sure you guys remember that week. I do, like distinctively. Sickest I've been in a long time. When was it? Oh, just mid-November. Where do I hang out all the time? Oh, Walt Disney World, a place where there's just every foreign person you could ever imagine. The odds that you've already come in contact with this virus are exponentially high. What's tough is in a moment like this, somebody with the power, you know, an affiliate, a news outlet, a team of journalists, the Associated Press, whoever, would have to go back through hospital records across the country and look at how many people between last November and February here in America were diagnosed with some type of upper respiratory congestion and died from it. I bet you the number is astounding. And I bet you they were all contributed to flu or flu-like symptoms, upper respiratory congestion. So now that people know about it and they're like, oh, well, we need to hospitalize you, then it becomes more serious. That's where this need for like ventilators begins. It's the overcrowding of the system. See, because here's the deal: is that if the system's not overcrowded, most people survive, and that includes everywhere in the world, even Italy. If they had just had the right, if they were prepared, nobody is, not us. We're not prepared either. Nobody is prepared for this. But if they had been, people don't get sick. I often do things that are a little crazy, right? Like I'll be in Disney, for example, before this whole coronavirus thing happened, and well, not before, but in the midst of it. Do you guys know that? Remember the guy that was on my live streams all the time, Weather Dude? For months, months and months, he was in the chats. What do you guys think of Corona? What are you gonna do when it gets to Disney World? We were all laughing about it. We were posting memes with limes. We were posting lime memes, and now we're all stuck in our houses, half scared to death. Some people glued to the numbers, glued to the TV. It's freaking weird. How are we gonna handle the real apocalypse? How are you gonna handle the real zombie apocalypse? Do you guys know that 1%, so if you had a dollar, a penny of that dollar, if you had $1,000, sorry, I heard something outside. If you had a if you had $100, one just one of those dollars, okay, 1% of the world's population, 75 million people. 1% of the world's population is 75 million people. There is not a disease on the planet outside of the most terrible. I'm good, Jill. Thanks for being here. That kill 75 million people a year. And that's 1% of the world's population. So many. I don't know. It's weird. I think that what can be harrowing, right, is when you see pictures of. Let's do a quick. This is some real talk in the midst of real talk. Okay. If you saw a picture tomorrow, you could Google them right now, of kids who are dying in Africa because they don't have access to clean water, right? Is that gonna stop you from like running your sprinklers tomorrow? Is it gonna stop you from taking a 25-minute shower? No, right? So like why this? Why is it when you see crazy stuff like in Italy, bodies stacking up in churches, like why does that change the mentality? Is it greed? Is it selfishness? It's like the desire to make sure you're not getting sick, like that you don't die. Like that's pretty greedy shit. At the end of the day, I think that like I said, nobody's really self quarantined. Like nobody. Some hardcore people maybe they are, but nobody's really self quarantined. For a guy like me, I have roommates. Two of my roommates, a guy and his girlfriend, they leave the house every day. They have this entire thing. I don't know where they go. I don't know what they do. But they're outside the house the entire day. The minute they come home, boom, everything in my house is contaminated. Anybody that leaves this house, and that goes for you too. Whoever you are, if your husband, wife, kids, anybody in your house leaves your house, they come back, your house is toast. You're no longer quarantined. It's fake. What we're doing right now is legit fake. Like the idea of it is so genuine, and it actually would work. Hey, entire country, stock enough food, toilet paper, and whatever you need for the next 2 weeks, because we're stopping the mail and we're shutting every single thing down. You can't get gas. There's going to be National Guard patrolling the streets, along with. Then that's it. Because really, at the end of the day, the army's the only people who are prepared for that type of shit. Your local cops don't know how to quarantine. The National Guard could quarantine. Those guys could go out all day. They could decon at the end of the day and go home safely. Yeah, I don't even know how that's possible. 100 to 200,000 deaths. Do you understand that would make this thing such a? It would surpass like everything else that I've looked at by leaps and bounds. There's not even close to that many people that died anywhere else in the world. Why the hell were they? We were the most prepared, just so you know. UN, most prepared. 88% out of 100. The United States, the most prepared to deal with something like this. There's no chance, no chance that happens. I don't know, just another Diz nerd. You know, when you think about something like that, intentionality, etc., who knows? The world's a crazy place. I have no idea what happens in laboratories in Wuhan, China. Accidents, bats, who knows? I just know that at the end of the day, we're gonna look back at this and we're gonna laugh. Like not laugh at what happened, but we're gonna laugh at how insane we kind of looked. Because I'm telling you, man, if something big came, like if it's 100 to 200,000 deaths, nobody looks back at this and laughs. If it's 100 to 200,000 deaths, nobody looks back at this and laughs. God damn, I think if it's even up to 20, I think if you had 25,000 people die from this, nobody looks back at it and laughs. But you look back at this and you like at your own at the way we all responded, not at the epidemic. Laugh at the response. Like, ugh. Worst part is the virus attacks the lungs. Death sentence. Yeah, I can tell you straight up that if the apocalypse happened, I'm more. This ain't the apocalypse, like I've already stated, folks. I hate to break it to you. If you were looking forward to the apocalypse, this ain't it. It's not here yet. Sorry. Like the real apocalypse, if you had a rough time go, if you had a rough go with this, you're screwed for the big one. Because that's gonna be like real. Like, did you isolate? Like, if the real sickness came, it would get real fast. Yeah, worldwide. Yeah, no, that's nothing. 35,000 deaths worldwide is just not a. There's so many things that kill more than that. They're just everything. How many people did Ebola virus kill last year? We could just go down a list. If we pulled them up, we could be like, how many people did this kill last year? This kill last year? This kill last year? I don't think that. I know 10,000 of those deaths are in Italy. I know that 10,000 plus of those deaths happened in Italy. A country that, in case you didn't know, has an elderly population out the ass. In case you didn't know, huge elderly population. Yeah, and Corey's saying that over 113,000 people have, not, they've recovered from the virus. It's crazy, man. It's freaking crazy. You know what I got to tell you is, if you had told me before the coronavirus, if you had said, Tom, who do you want in charge more than anybody else in the history of the country during this time, I would have said Donald Trump. Why? Because he's so awesomely ignorant. That's what I've always loved about him. As a celebrity, as a dude, as an entrepreneur, he is as a president even. And some points, like, he's just insanely, awesomely ignorant. So you would have hoped a guy like that would have gone against everybody, everybody looking at him saying, Donald, don't do it, don't do it. And he would have just gotten on TV, public address, and been like, yo, don't close. Like, keep your shit open. He's like, people die every day. You're like, if there was ever going to be a guy that would have done it, I would have thought it'd be him. But he didn't. Well, he did it first, but then he really buckled under pressure. That public outcry of people just being like, yo, and you know what? It's election season. So he's like, if I don't handle this the right way, he doesn't have that same bravado with it. And I think that's why you've seen what happened with the country happen the way it has. And then everybody else just takes our lead, obviously. You know what I mean? I think that in 2 weeks you'll have a better idea. I really do. And I know that that's a while, but I think in 2 weeks you'll have a good sense of if any type of isolating has worked, if any type of self quarantining has worked, the quote unquote flattening of the curve that you hear talked about all the time. We'll see if that happens. It's not that it's just not. Yeah. I honestly, you know who I feel bad for? Apart from people that can, and here's the honest to God truth. I know for a fact that there have been young, healthy, fit people with their entire lives ahead of them that were probably better people than me that have died from this. And you know what else I know? That there are young, healthy, fit, nicer people than me that die every single day. And it's not something that I ever take lightly. My life, the absolute astronomical crazy odds that I even exist. This is not, it's just not the one. This is not the thing that's gonna bring like, this isn't it. And to hear about those types of people, those young people, there's a guy that went to Disney World. Yeah, I read the story. I'm sure you guys saw the article. It was on TMZ, and then it got picked up by every major news outlet across the country. Guy goes to Disney World, gets coronavirus, and died. Young dude, healthy dude. Ah, but maybe not, because then they like, you find out that he had like respiratory stuff. I heard about some other people that were young that maybe did not have the, but it's like everybody's so quick to get their story out that, oh, at first you don't even know, like, yeah, yeah, Hughes and Brews, that's 100% right there. That's pretty much exactly right. The half-assed attempt is not. It's just, if you know anything about diseases and like contagions, like, again, I'm not an infectious disease expert. I don't know about the ins and outs of strains and what makes this, what makes that. I can just tell you that to quarantine is not something that's easily done. If you were to look at coronavirus, like, just imagine it was radiation, you know? Not that it could penetrate the walls or anything, because it can't. But if you were to look at it in that type of free space. Oh, what happened, Tanya? Why did you delete Michelle's message? I don't think she meant to do that. Tanya, you deleted Michelle's message. She might have pocketed you or flipped her phone by accident. The red pill or the blue pill? Well, this is definitely not the Matrix. Come on. We're definitely not in the Matrix here, folks. That's for sure. Um, it's not like that. This is not some. It's just not that serious. It's not as serious as closing everything down for months and months, and people losing their jobs, and now they're not going to be able to pay their mortgages, and who knows how that affects their lives. And I can't even begin to tell you the repercussions the, of what has happened. That's what's gonna be the trouble. All the people that are losing their jobs. A huge part of what's going to happen at Disney, since this is Disney, it's a Disney channel, we're talking Disney. A huge part of what's going to happen at Disney, Disney let go of all their college program kids. And I really don't know what's going to happen past the April 18th, I believe is the day they said that they're going to pay people until. After that, I don't know what happens. I mean, I'm sure everybody just gets laid off or furlonged. But, like, does that mean everybody comes back the first day, like, fresh? No. Like, they're gonna have to get in there. They're gonna have to rebuff on, like, their training. Like, they've been, you know. You're not gonna go from pressing the button on Space Mountain to make sure everybody's good, and then, like, not do it for a month, 2 months, and then all of a sudden they're just like, okay, we're open. Hey, Johnny, come back. We need you to press the button at 9 a.m. Like, they're gonna have to be back earlier than the rest of us. So how does that work? Have they already prepped that into the plan that they have of June 1st? I don't know. What was a big question? Big Q. Do you think we will have a chance to ride Spaceship Earth one last time before they do its refurb? Absolutely not. Here's what I think you can expect coming back to Walt Disney World if it is the 1st of June. Spaceship Earth down for refurb. Remy's Ratatouille area very close, if not opening back up with the parks. I know that people have said construction has halted. I don't know how much I believe that. Though it's a private company. Those are all privatized companies. I'm sure that's a huge part of why Disney, you know what I mean? You guys saw Chris had some trouble streaming at the Swan and Dolphin, before the whole shutdown happened. There's a huge part of why Disney doesn't want, like, Disney's a no-fly zone, so you'd never know if Disney was doing work in there. It'd be impossible to tell. Not bio reconstruct on Twitter, none of that crap. You would have no idea if Disney was doing work in there. There are some news affiliates that have flown over Disney and you've seen empty parks. I know. Those things are not flying 24 hours a day. Disney knows when they're flying those. Disney's a smart company. They're not going to use this time to just twiddle their fingers. That would blow my mind if everybody is just chilling. I doubt it. I really doubt it. These are private companies. They can do whatever they want. Privatized. The whole Reedy Creek improvement thing. That's what this is all for, right? Disney's its own district. It doesn't have to follow the rules of everybody else. Even if Orange County's in lockdown, does that mean that it said non-essential employees? So all Disney has to say is that those people are essential employees and that it's essential that park operations don't stop. And that's all they have to say. I don't know. And they could be working inside the show building as the choppers wouldn't see them anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to put anything past. I have no disclaimer. I have no information at all. Okay? I have nobody. I know plenty of people that work at Disney, and I work at Disney, and I don't know nothing. I haven't asked any questions. I don't care. I'm just going off my own, what I think would be happening. I think that Disney's putting in the work while we're all slacking. Boom, boom, shake the room. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know, man. If they aren't, imagine if they're not. Imagine if right now everything's just at a literal halt. Because I have seen articles that have said that construction's at a halt at Walt Disney World. On certain things, it would be very easy to tell day by day if there's any progress being made. And I don't know if anybody's putting in the work to do that. But, we'll see. There's a story for everybody, and everybody wants to break a story, so we'll have to just stay on it. Nobody knows anything better than the next person, you know what I mean? Everybody thinks they know everything, just like me. And what's nice, you know what I mean? What's nice in life, just a general point, is when you think you know everything, and then typically things go the way you think they're going to go. Even if it's not at first or later. Yeah. I didn't see it, Michelle. The only project I know that's going on is castle painting. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty going on. There's no way, man. Disney. I'm gonna go get another beer. I was gonna use my little stool, but it made me too tall. So, fun story. Oh. Nah, it's not that fun. How am I gonna open these books? These are they twist offs? I don't know. I don't want to marginalize anything. You know what I mean? I feel bad. I don't want anybody to take anything I say out of context and be like, "Ah, oh, Tom thinks this is this or that." You know. I do think we're being a bit dramatic. I do think that if you're going to quarantine, you should definitely try your best to actually quarantine. If you're somebody like me, you know, obviously it's like, I don't know. What's your favorite ride at Disney, guys? All right, that's a good segue. That's plenty. We'll talk more about it, I'm sure, in the upcoming weeks on the channel. Go to the gaming channel. The gaming channel will talk about all kinds of crazy stuff as we hunt for gear and do all the miscellaneous tasks that gaming requires. But yeah, Disney. When Disney reopens. Disney is going to be reopening, hopefully, I think, before June 1st. But if not, on June 1st. And what does that mean for me? Well, I will have missed 2 of my DVC vacations. I'll have one coming up pretty soon. What am I going to do on the channel moving forward? Huge issue that I'm having while we're still in this real talk type of mode is going back and watching slash editing some of these videos. There are people that I am with slash referencing slash ba 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 that I would rather not be. Huh? Is that the nicest way to put that? So personally don't even want to see these types of things really. So struggling a bit with that. I am gonna do it anyway because I'm not some little baby. But yeah, that's been my hesitation. Gaston, what you got? Some information. Maintenance people are painting the castle. That's why the castle is still getting painted. And anything in Disney that gets painted can't be can't be stopped getting painted for a long time. I don't know what that means, bro. I lost you at the end. There's a small crew too. Maybe they're done. That would be great. My hope is that they are. I would hope that everybody's really, like I said in a few things, self-isolating is not only good for you, it's good for everybody. I got no respect for people who are, you know, totally blowing this thing off. I think that even if it's not that serious, it's not gonna, hurt people really in the long run. Ba ba ba. It's still something that if you can do something about, do something about. If you can do any little bit, and for me, I've been doing a good job. I crushed it. I absolutely crushed it. God damn, these beers they're skunked. I mean, it's hurting some people, like the dead ones. Yeah, but a lot of people die from all kinds of different stuff. So it's like, who knows? You know how many times I've been sick? Alright, here's a great example for you. Say I had just a common flu back in November, or it was even a cold. Whatever it was, I am a young, healthy dude. I don't get sick. I personally think I have a fantastic immune system, right? So if that thing was kicking my ass like that, I went to the parks every single day. Even if one day I think I just went for an hour, went to Satuli, ate a chicken bowl, and rode Navi River Journey. Everybody that I came in contact with over the course of those few days probably got sick because I handed it out to everybody at my work. Everybody. Literally everybody. Almost, I would say 80% of the staff got this thing from me. Right? If it was that bad, and it was like flu, cold, whatever it was, if it was that bad, there's no doubt that I killed people with it. There would have been older or young people with types of, you know, things that they got sick literally from that, and either were hospitalized or passed away. And that doesn't go for just that one time I was sick. It goes for every time you've been sick and gone to work, or anybody's been sick and gone to work. It's just like, and I know, oh, the flu shot exists, so it's not really that bad because you can just go and get a flu shot and blah blah blah. Yeah, well, there's gonna be a shot for this too. You know what I mean? There's gonna be this. You know, I think that's a big part of what's scaring people, is that the vaccine hasn't come as quickly as you would have expected. You would have expected that after all this time, in, you know, this was not a third world country. China's not a third world country. You know what I mean? There's a lot of time, a lot of people. Japan too. You know, not a dumb country, guys. On the brink, you know, of technology. So you would hope that those countries would have been able to produce a vaccine. So by the time it even got here, you know what I mean? Yeah, but the thing is that they don't have to be clinically trialed. They can be fast tracked by the FDA in certain circumstances here in the United States, and that doesn't even apply to some places. They don't even have that type of stuff. So I think that's been a part of what's concerned people, is the kind of lack of that. Can we talk about how gray my beard is when it's all grown out like this? So I'm not cutting my hair or trimming my beard for this entire thing. It's gonna stink because literally, I think I'm gonna end up probably shaving this down a little bit because this is driving me crazy already in my mouth. And anybody who's ever grown a beard, you'll know that it hurts. When you start doing it, it's the most uncomfortable thing. All your hairs just feel like, but I'm almost past that point. I'm gonna let my hair grow too. Just let this mop grow out. It looks pretty badass. This is gonna be like my perma look when I become full-time YouTube. This is gonna be my look. Big beard, big ass hair. Disney closed and screwed up my whole life. I got no money now. I make no money. I am making $0 and 0 cents. Thank God we had a good month on the tube last month, or else I'd have been in trouble. But we had a very good month. It's crazy to think that. Like, a lot of people are not in a great position right now, and just because of YouTube alone, like, I'm in a fantastic position. And Disney does not want to waste money on paint. They just keep repainting the castle. Yeah, they're only going to paint that thing once, I'm sure. It's only for the 50th, so they probably don't have to paint it too many times. Yes, clinical trials are to make sure that something's safe. Not necessarily to make sure it works. It could work. It just has to, is it safe enough to, like he said, year-long clinical trials are more about if something can be mass-produced, if it can be given to people with the disclaimers of if you have bloody noses, blah, 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 blah. Chills TV in the house. Chills, how you been, man? You hunting ghosts during this whole thing? Chills TV, man, you didn't run out of content. Not like me. I'm gonna eat some cheese. You not like me. Ghosts don't go anywhere. That's what Chills does, guys. I met Chills in Animal Kingdom at Satuli one day. Because one of my viewers, Michael, was like, yo, we gotta go you gotta go meet Chills. I said, alright. I said, damn, man. He said, he hunts ghosts. I said, oh, shit. Oh, no. You can't go ghost hunting because of the lockdown? That's jacked up. Dude, get a Ouija board. Hold a seance. Bum, 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 bum. Spirit box. That's probably like the more professional Ouija board. I don't know anything about ghost hunting. Disclaimer. If you want to know about ghost hunting, go watch Chills. That's what's so cool about YouTube. You can do whatever you want on YouTube. You're like, this guy vlogs at Disney. This kid unboxes toys. This guy hunts ghosts. This dude does makeup. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be real with you. They're not that good. They're a reason they're the last of my snacks because I'm not that impressed. Snack wise, yeah, it's been pretty lame. I need to. I need to go to Walmart tomorrow and like get more like food. I need to get like lettuce. God, I miss lettuce. My body misses food. I have eaten absolute dog shit for 9 days in a row. Like eating like a 12-year-old. Like straight up. You should have seen the amount of Lunchables and Hot Pockets and chips and cookies and ice cream. Like I have an ice cream. Oh my god! You know what's in my refrigerator? Is a s'mores tart from Gasparilla that I've had for like almost 2 weeks. It's not bad. I don't think that thing can go bad. I'm sure it can, but it's in the refrigerator and it's literally like graham cracker, hazelnut mousse, and that marshmallow. Marshmallows last forever, so I'm worried about that. Plus, I'm a goat. These beers, that was gonna be my funny story. So these beers expired May, in the year May 2019. They taste just absolutely delicious. And fun fact from my years of bartending slash bar backing slash waiting tables. Did you know that a beer is good for up to 2 full years after its expiration date if it was refrigerated the entire time? Bet you didn't know that. So hey, when the mini apocalypse strikes, you drink all your old beer before you buy new ones. Tomorrow we're gonna load up. I'm gonna get a bottle of Tito's, a bunch of lemons. I'm gonna make a ton of simple syrup, and we just gonna get ripped up and play video games for the next 2 months. God, these beers suck. Um, the the daily vlogs have not been easy. This is my daily upload for today, just so everybody knows. There's no upload for today because I tackled the Illuminations vlog that's literally going to take almost 15 hours to get up and down. Weatherloo, turn your sound up, dude. There is sound. And this is my man that I was talking about that's been... He knew about the coronavirus before anybody. Dude, I'm drinking old-ass Michelob Ultras. Ooh, it's gross. I don't know what I'm gonna... I'm gonna get like a 30 rack of Coors, bottle of Tito's. That should be good. I mean, plus not to mention, things that are fermented, pretty hard to go bad. Like blue cheese. You can eat... If it's like blue cheese, it expires in, 2020. You can eat that shit in 2030. You just better be ready. You better have enough probiotics in your tum tum to handle it. Have I had any pool time? You know what? I haven't. Um, I have a pool too. I have my own private little pool. I can just be in it by myself. Hope Disney World opens back up before year end. Oh, dude, Weatherloo, don't tell me that, man. I've been calling you crazy for months, but now you're gonna tell me it's gonna be a whole year. I can't deal with that. Nobody would be able to. That's the reality. You can't close the world for a year. It doesn't work like that. Daily life in China is back to semi normal. Before they reopened their borders, they had their first day with zero new cases. So there's a light at the end of this crap tunnel. Hmm. Thank you, bless you, dude. Bless you too, man. I'm gonna be. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, but literally, I think about you at least like once a day. I'm like, that dude knew. Yeah, Disney's not losing that much money. Any money that Disney's losing is technically not even real money. It's like, what do they call it? It's what's a real word for it? Well, whatever. It's like estimated revenue or something, like that. And there's a real word for it, but it's not even real. As long as there's nobody on the property and they're not running the lights and there's like minimal power bills. I'm sure they have to keep on some forms of electricity and water, but they're not really. They can't be losing that much money. Not with the parks not staffed. You know what I mean? If the parks were staffed, that's a different deal. But I'm sure there is a bare bones staff that has to make sure everything. Disney is not by any means. I'm sure just this automated thing that you just press a couple buttons and everybody leaves and it just takes care of itself. I'm sure that there's crew at Disney that has to go in every day. I'd be willing to bet. So yeah, guys, I'm excited. I think tomorrow the TV comes, or Tuesday the TV comes in. That's gonna be really cool. I've been waiting to get a new TV for years. My TV's super good. Still to this day, it's like a very, very good TV. But I figured, once I saw that Disney was extending, like they were like, we're indefinitely closed. I was like, oh god, if I want to be sitting in this room, I need to get the best viewing experience I can afford at the moment. Couple new games, that'll be good. It'll be good to go back and do like some stuff. Like if we go back and watch like Lost would be amazing. I can't foresee myself actually doing it, but maybe. Yeah, it'll be a soft opening, just like Shanghai has right now. So right now in Shanghai, just the garden, shopping, and hotels are all back open. Not the attractions, not the theme park. So if the same thing were to happen at Disney, that'd be okay with me. Resorts and Disney Springs, you know what I mean? That would be all right with me. Somebody asked me before, I didn't answer it, but like, what's the first thing that I'm gonna do when Disney reopens? I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm not sure. I feel like that's gonna change like the longer this goes. Cause like right now, I don't know. I'm not itching for anything that bad. I mean, come on, guys. I'm not a child. I don't see like a shiny marble and I'm like, ooh, I need to have that marble. Like, I get it. I can stay away from Disney for what really pisses me off is it's my livelihood. It's like how I make money. So that's a different story. But in terms of just the actuality of it, Yeah, do I miss the taste of frickin' pizza, pepperoni pizza spring rolls? Like crazy. But on the other hand, is it, you know, I don't know. It's not driving me that batty. Now, in 2 months from now, I'm gonna be hurting. I'm gonna be like, the first thing I'm gonna do at Disney is literally like rope drop to park close, and I'm gonna eat everything and go everywhere. Like I'm gonna go crazy. So I'm not quite sure what it looks like. If it was tomorrow, the first thing I would do is I would go and get a mission to s'mores because I miss. I miss. I miss Joffrey's. Oh man. All right, I am like a kid with the shiny marbles. I miss Joffrey's. I actually have tears in my eyes. I miss the taste of that mission to s'mores like crazy. Coffee is a real addiction, folks. Okay, caffeine is a real addiction, and I have nothing here that I would even bother like to make drip coffee or buy like a. Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh my god. I need to buy a Keurig. And I need to get Joffrey's K cups. How much is a Keurig? Cheap. 50 bucks. Are you kidding me? What about this one? That's 100 bucks. This looks dope. We're gonna look at this later. I need coffee. I would go and get a mission to s'mores. I would go to mission to s'mores and then I would get better if they make that. Nespresso. I don't know. K cups are probably the only ones. I actually had tears in my eyes because I was so sad that I can't drink a Joffrey's right now. It's pathetic. I am gonna get. I would go to Epcot. I'd have a farmer's meatball and I'd get Joffrey's. I would just eat. I miss eating at Disney. Like literally, this channel like it kind of became food. I didn't know that. I hadn't really realized that, but this channel's like a food channel. When we get back, we gonna really kind of deep dive into the food. It's gonna become very more food oriented. I want to just get fat. That's what I realized. You know, who cares about having a chin? Chins are overrated. You know, just get rid of this whole thing. I don't want to even be able to walk. I want to ECV. Just want to eat a bunch of food. I think I would just enjoy the park, not concentrate with whatever. I would really, yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not hurting quite yet. But I would be hunting for that impossible meatball. Oh my god, Diane, let me tell you. That meatball from Trowel and Trellis. So, 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 so good. Next level. Perfect. 9 o'clock. What'd she say? No. What happened? What'd I say? Oh god, what did I say? Chills TV, we love ghost hunting. Dude, you. Oh my god, Jill, yes, you need to link up with Chills TV. Wow, that's cool. All these ghost people on here. What's up, ghost? you ghost. There's no to getting fat. Whatever. Who cares? No, I'm not. I can't get fat if I tried, and I've tried. That's what the past few months have been. Me trying, and hasn't worked. I've gotten skinnier somehow. Not skinnier, but just more like lean. I walk too much. I'm definitely gonna pack on at least like 5, 6 pounds during this whole thing. There's no doubt, because I legit haven't left my house at all. So very different to go from like 10 miles a day to no miles a day. What? It's crazy. Hughes and Bruce. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Wally World. It's gonna suck. I see people wearing masks and stuff. I'm like, that shit don't work. You know what is really pissing me off right now? For the past like 20, let's say 19, 20 months of my life, almost 2 years, I have used the Disney brand hand soap. I'm sure you know this bar of soap. You get it when you stay at the resorts. I literally have not washed my body or hands with something that is not that piece of soap in so long, and now I didn't get one before it closed. Like an idiot. I did not buy one of those soaps. And now, tomorrow, I'm gonna have to. Who knows? Chase, thanks for the $20. Cheers to you, dude. You're the best. We've encountered more spirits than we can count. 999. Here, our tour starts here in this gallery, where you'll find some of our guests as they appeared in their more corruptible, mortal states. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now. Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way. Now that made me sad. Why did I do that? That wasn't smart. I would, if I could get into Magic Kingdom right now, I would eat a pizza spring roll. I go ride Pirates. I go ride Splash. I go to the Country Bears. I'd have a Mickey pretzel. I'd go on the Haunted Mansion. I'd go eat at Be Our Guest. I'd have an Arendelle Aqua Cone, and then I would ride Space Mountain and the People Mover. Have a mission to S'mores, and leave. Those were Joffrey's tears. That's how you know it's real. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to have a heart to real love. BRB, Gaston. See you when you get back. So my actual hardcore plans for when the park opens back up, happily ever after dessert party. 100% going back. What's the soap you mentioned? The soap I mentioned is the Disney hand soap. It's just a bar soap. You get it when you check into your hotel, like it's there. They sell it. It's dope. It's good soap too. It smells so nice. It's just like this perfect, like, clean smell. Real love. I'm searching for real love. Someone to set my heart to real love. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. I just realized, I was like, damn, some people stopped watching. Jeff is doing DizTube right now with Corey from Corey Meets World. So if you guys want to pop over there, say, hey, Tom Does Disney sent me over. That would be fun. Although most of you already left without doing that. Can't compete with DizTube. That's like going up against Saturday Night Live. You don't want to do that. That's why I don't stream against Tanya. You can't compete. You never compete with the professionals. No, I love Jeff. Jeff's a good dude. Corey's cool too. Like Corey's always cool when I see him. Oh yeah, the resort soap. I love taking a bunch off. Dude, I had a lot for a while too. Um, for a while, what I would do is when I went on vacation, I would take the soap every night and put it in my backpack, and then I would go in the next day, and there'd be a new one. So I had a ton of these soaps, and that stockpile lasted me a while. It actually lasted me like pretty much up until now. I've only had to buy one, so that's crazy. Shit, why didn't I buy the soap before Disney closed? That was so stupid. I knew they were closing. I should have bought three, two or three, and I would have been all set. I don't know how much they were. They were only like, maybe it was $10. I don't know. If it was $10, it probably wasn't even $10. It was probably like $8 or something. It was worth it. Whatever it is, they sell it online. No. If anybody wants to order me that and send it to my house, that would be great. Sick. Okay. Sounds Gucci. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to say my. Mike Doty does the dopest cover of Real Love. If you ever want to listen to a hot jam, Mike Doty, Real Love. You gotta be kind of down with kind of like a grunge, kind of weirdo type feel to music, but it's pretty dope. I really want to. I've been looking for someone. Damn. Mary J. Blige. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Yeah, is everything you want to talk about? Thanks for the likes on the video. Yeah, 56 likes. That's very cool. I'll keep this up. This is my daily upload for the day. So, yeah. And thanks to Chase. Thanks to Ratchet. Thanks to Craig for the super chats. Very nice of you guys. Yeah. I know it's a tough financial situation for everybody to be in, and so just know that nothing is needed here. I'm good. Once we get back to the parks, we'll be good again, you know? Yes, Michelle, I think you're a little behind. I would make sure you hit the little button that's red. It says live. You want to make sure you're live. Um, yeah, I love Be Our Guest. I haven't been in a minute, and trust me, that's like right on my list for when the park opens back up. Having a little lunch at Be Our Guest. That croque monsieur there is so good. It's as good, if maybe a little worse, but it's pretty good compared to the one at Primo Piatto. But the Riviera is beautiful, but it's not Be Our Guest. So I want to get back in there and have that puppy. Maybe a little French onion soup too. I've never had it in there. But the gray stuff, be nice to get the gray stuff. I got a new Xbox controller today because my old one was so beat up the top trigger didn't even work. It was crazy. I don't even know how I was playing some of these games with that thing like that. The other thing I'm hesitant about doing because I just don't want to like blow through all my money, but I kind of want a new computer. So that way, like, I can film like uh, in the 60 frames per second, like that. I got this color right here. They call it the winter force. Oh, I'm so bummed that I'm missing the poly tomorrow. It's crazy. Tomorrow I was supposed to literally be driving boats around, making the best vlog ever, getting ready for the dopest Magic Kingdom Monday stream ever. Going to fucking Ohana for the first time. Ugh, tomorrow. I had the day off and everything. I already had it scheduled. I'm not as sad about the Joffreys though, because no real tears in my eyes. I just know that it's gonna happen again. I'm bummed, but it's like, whatever. What the hell? We will do all of that when they open. Yeah, but I gotta get the room for the same points, which I don't know if that's gonna be as easy to do. I'll try. That's gonna be the rip on some of these things with the DVC is that my points. I don't know. I'll have to get in touch with them and be like, yo, you gotta give me the points because I had them booked for this and blah blah blah. Put up a bit of a stink. I do have a paid off DVC contract, which not everybody has, so they should treat me like. Maybe you know what I've said a few times though, is that might not be a good thing. They might treat me like crap now. They'll be like, yeah, well, whatever. We didn't make peanuts off of you. I think I did the math, like the commission that I took from that guy, basically by buying the contract outright was insane. A lot of commission. It's crazy. Disney's crazy, man. The price for DVC is just like nuts. They're giving them back. I know they're giving them back, but it's like, what if I had a point? What if it only cost me 12 points to stay at the Poly that night, and then I can't get it again for like 7 months at that rate? I'm not gonna wait 7 months. That would be stupid. I think what I should start doing, I should get on the website tonight, and I should start trying to get things booked for past June 1st. There's no way the parks are closed still. There's no way. June 1st, these things are open, dude. There's no doubt these things are open by June 1st. There's no doubt. I guess there is some doubt, but I don't believe it. My back itches. I need a back scratcher. Yeah, anybody want to come scratch my back? Where's Pat? You heard from him? Hope he's okay. Yeah, he's cool. He's just staying off the web because it's crazy right now. I talked to him today. Ba 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 boom. I think they will open right before Spaceship Earth closes. It depends. Like I said, I don't know what kind of construction is being done in there. Well, Amazon Prime is a back scratcher. I know. I've been ordering so much crap from Amazon. Every day I do that, I reset my quarantine. Did you know that? This thing can live on cardboard for like 8 days, 9 days, 4 days, some amount of days. And trust me, my packages ain't sitting outside for more than 25 minutes, so that doesn't help. What if? It would be a bad time to be a hypochondriac. Bad time. Well, I've been going for like 2 hours. I'll go for a little bit more. Let me check my. I can't check my battery because I get all black screened. We use Clorox wipes when they deliver it. Very smart, Tanya. You're doing better than most people. smart. There is that moment before you wipe it down, however. That is quite long enough to contract the disease. I'm just going to check the vlog here, folks. Let's take a little peek in here with the vlog. It's done. Oh my god, yes. No way. It did it. It took 4 hours to export this vlog. Holy crap, dude. I'm going to start to upload right now. Or maybe not because I'm live. I don't want that to mess with the live stream. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Crawling all around my floor, 'cause I got the lights and stuff set up for the live stream, and I don't want to knock them over. I used to lick all the countertops and kiss strangers to help my immune system needs to stay strong. Amen to that, dude. Preach, dude. I'm a big fan of like getting like mildly dirty because that helps your immune system an incredible amount. Like you might not think so, but every time you stick your finger in your mouth or do some gross thing, it boosts your immune system. That's just what it does. I'm not saying stick your fingers in your mouth all the time because you just get sick all the time, but eventually you wouldn't get sick anymore. We don't get takeout or drive-through because we're scared a worker may have it. Are we too bad for doing this? Dude, I thought about it the other night when I went to the Bell. I went to Taco Bell and I was like, if any of these kids had Corona, like I'd have it in a heartbeat. But I don't know. The need for the Bell was just too great. Far too great. I just think that there's just a million ways you can get this shit, so it's just not something to worry about, you know? Try to stay away from people as much as you can and just pray to God that. So here's the thing, if there was 100 people in a room and 10 of them had it, you just hope to God that the people you interacted with in that room were not those 10 people. Or people that had interacted with those people. You just hope that you'd hope that your immune system's strong enough that you would get this thing and it wouldn't even, maybe it wouldn't even know that you had it. You know, that would be like your ultimate hope. We all want the best health for ourselves. Nobody hopes that they like have a bad reaction to something. What did I order at Taco Bell? Three. I had three, and I ate all this food too. I came home. I was like, oh, I'll save some of it for the next day. It didn't happen. I ate three chicken quesadillas with extra jalapeno sauce, and I ate four Doritos Locos tacos. Polished it off. I probably could have eaten another quesadilla. I'm not gonna lie. It was it was like it was like Liberty Tree pretty much, like the same kind of like quantity of food. Because there's no dessert or anything, but yeah, I ate a lot. I can eat. You guys have seen me eat. What are you all surprised at? Most fast food I ever ate, I'll tell you this. It's a true story. I used to, on the regular, so like 2 or 3 years ago, McDonald's had, um, it was called Sriracha Mac Sauce. And you could get it in like a little, cup. Same as all things. I used to eat 50 nuggets a day, and I did that for a minute. Not every day of the week, but 5 days a week. I had the 50 nuggets, and I did that for easily 2 months, straight up. That happened. I have these weird things that I just go through. 50, yeah, 50, and it was like, and I could eat 50 nuggets like it was nobody's business. Like, that's nothing. We're not talking like Disney chicken breast, like big, thick, battered. We're talking chicken nuggets. These things go down like Tic Tacs. I had an uncle who always used to tell me, Tom, it's not about how many Oreos you can eat. It's about how many sleeves of Oreos you can eat. Well, that one's done. These are the worst beers I've ever drank in my life. It's hard you can match you with Girl Scout Thin Mints. I can't eat Thin Mints, but I can eat a whole. Like, this is the kind of guy I am when it comes to food. Like, do you know Pepperidge Farm? Everybody here, Pepperidge Farm cookies. They come in a thing that's, well, I don't have any, but it's about this big, and it's depending on what kind of cookie you get. One, two, never one, but 2 or 3 layers of cookies. Pepperidge Farm. You know these things. So like, I can't tell you the last time I opened up one of those and didn't just eat it all. Like, I can't tell you the last time that happened. That's just what I do. When I open up a bag of Pepperidge Farm cookies, they're gone. By the end of that day, those cookies are gone. One sitting or 2 sittings, those cookies are toast. They stand no chance once the bag is open. That's just how I roll. I'm an Etosaurus Rex. You see me. 12 festival items at Epcot one night. I can just go into these zones where I'm just like, chomp, 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 chomp. I've had some big eating days on this, during this, I'll tell you that. Gaming like that, I feel sick just thinking about all the junk food I've eaten. I cannot wait to go to Walmart tomorrow, and I'm just gonna buy like bread with cheese and meat and lettuce. I'm just gonna eat it. Perfectly balanced. Like, you see these things right here? Oh, did you guys get a little bit of my plumber's crack just now? Oh no, that's probably bad. You might have seen a little bit of my top of my butt. You see these? So this is Ritz crackers. You know what I mean? Do you know what I do with these things? There's 2 of them that come in here. They both have like 16. They both have 8. Yeah, they both have 8 packs of the Ritz with the cheese. The I take them, I twist them like Oreos, and I make sure one half has no cheese, and I do it with 2, and I put them together, and I eat them. I'll eat a whole box of those. Just eat it. See ya. Bye bye. It's crazy. I don't know where the hell. This is gonna be bad, man. I gotta get some just normal ass food. I need to literally just get meat that's cured with some straight cheese and just baguettes. Thank God all I drink is water. Like, honest to God, if I drank soda, I I would have. I bet you I'd have a lot of health problems, and I just genuinely would not be in good shape. Like, there's a reason that I can eat all this junk food. It's because I literally just douse it down with water. This is the first thing. I do have some Gatorade in my fridge right now, just because I feel like, I don't know, just good to keep some kind of electrolytes going when you're just like sitting around all the time. So I have a little swig of it here and there. Just literally, just have like a swig of the Gatorade. Um, I just drink water. Even at the parks, you guys see me. Just drink water, water, water. I think it's probably not junk food that's really as bad for you as soda is. You know, I think that most people who eat junk food tend to drink tons of soda. So the combination of those two things really just like kicks their ass. But yeah, I need some real food. Like junk food is still not real food. Like none of the shit I've eaten over the past few days is real food. It's crazy to think. Like I need legitimately tomorrow. I cannot. I don't think I have this bowl anymore though, do I? I gotta find it. I might not even have it anymore. I used to have this awesome bowl that I could make salads in. It was perfect. I got kind of a new one down here. I need to get back. You know what my favorite thing in the world is? Like one of my top five favorite foods. Like buffalo wings is probably number one. Like buffalo blue cheese combination on wings is just the best thing ever. One of my top five favorite foods is a Caesar salad, like a really dope Caesar salad with anchovies. So good. Super pungent. Because, you know, all Caesar dressing technically has anchovies in it. So if that grosses you out, you're like, ooh, Caesar with anchovies. Uh. All Caesar dressing, proper Caesar dressing, has anchovies in it. And let me tell you, there's something like about that when you take a bite of like on one fork, if you can manage to get a little bit of that super oily, slimy saltiness of the fish with that crazy, crispy, watery freshness of the lettuce, all got that dressing to make it like crouton, cheese. Motherfucker. That sounds good as hell right now. I'd kick somebody's ass. Nah, I'm probably gonna go get Taco Bell. This is bad. I can't be driving. I'm gonna make hot dogs. Karate, I'll kick your ass. So yeah, tonight I'm just gonna eat like hot pockets. What the hell? Hot pockets. Alright, tomorrow, Walmart, lettuce, all the ingredients for the Caesar salad. And then what else? Meats, cheese. Oh, the wave Caesar salad is perfect. You know what it's got that makes it on a whole nother level? Is they take Parmesan and they bake it all to like a crust, and then they bust it up into like these square. It's well, you know, it's not really a shape, but it's like a chunk of the Parmesan cheese bake, just cheese baked Parmesan. It's crazy. And they layer it on there, so if you break that thing up and you eat it, oh, and it's perfect too. Like the Caesar's super fresh. That's just the right amount of croutons, just the right amount of dressing to lettuce to cheese ratio with the Parmesan thing. It's super super good. Like I would do charcuterie at home, but it just takes way too much effort. It's like, oh, I gotta bust out five different cheeses, and I gotta bust out five different meats, and I gotta get toast. Like it's like, oh great, 20 minutes later. But yeah, we need some roughage. I definitely need some roughage. Like just some real food. What I really need to do is the thing that I cannot find when I went to Walmart, which I was surprised, is that there was no tuna fish. None. I need to hopefully see that that's changed. And I need to get like some canned foods just in case like shit gets crazy. I should stock up on water too. Just get a bunch of water. Yeah, there's some things that I should get. Order delivery tonight if you can. Nah, I don't. I feel like you pay insane prices. You wait forever. I haven't ordered delivery in years. Yeah, dude. If there were some other people that said that too, Matt, I'm not sure. I took a poll and it was like 5 out of maybe 50 people that responded at the time earlier when people were watching. I think it's the thing that people are watching on like whatever device you're on. Get chili in a can. I was thinking that too. It's really bad for you, and like I wouldn't want to eat it a lot, but yeah, dude, you're not alone. Just I'll lean into the mic. You are not alone, dude. Other people are having that issue. I'm not sure what to do about it. Caesar dressing is not healthy, but at least the veggies would be good. Hey, I ain't looking for healthy, man. I'm just looking for real. I am just looking for real food. Like, what else is real that, like, cause guys, I can't cook. Like, I cannot make shit. So I don't know what to do. So, like, I need to get, like, a sandwich type thing that, like I said, with the meat and the cheese. You know what sounds dope? Like some fancy ass cheese with, like, some pepperoni. I hate eggs. Oh, eggs are gross. Um, what else could I get, man? Stuff that just is not in a can or like out of bag or comes out the freezer. What kind of food is that? How do you even get that kind of food? You know what's so funny is that like people complain all the time. They're like, "Oh man, Disney so expensive." Ba ba ba. I'm like, right now for a satuli chicken bowl with the sauce and the rice and the black beans, I'd pay $25 for that right now. Like I can't cook, so I'll pay that. I'll pay whatever for anything because I can't cook. Like to go to Cinderella's Royal Table, not Royal Table. To go to 1900 Park Fair or Trails End or like a buffet right now, it would be good. Oh my God, are those kind of places open? What would I pay for Joffrey's coffee? It looks like I'm gonna pay about a couple $100 because I'm about to buy a Keurig. I've gotten by this far without the coffee though. I should probably wean myself off the caffeine. Wean myself off the caffeine. Whole Foods has good food. Oh, that's what I need to get. Yes, that's smart. Huh. But that stuff doesn't last that long. See, the heads of lettuce, if I keep them like cold enough, they should not frozen or anything because that's stupid. But if I keep them like I have a kind of cold spot in the fridge, those heads of lettuce should last for a week or two. Maybe not two. That would really be pushing it. Week and a half though. I'm gonna brainstorm. If you guys have any kind of foods that you think are good for this type of real food that you don't have to keep restocking, send me that. Yes, that's right, man. I pay to eat pasta. Yes, okay. I need to get pasta. I need to get pasta with red sauce and parm. And then I can buy sausages, which I can easily make. Holy shit. That was a game changer right there. Cans of tuna. I already said we can't though. Well, that's on the list, but they were not there at Walmart. Macaronis, like macaroni and cheese and shit in a box. That's not good for you, but hey, it's not. It's not awful either. It's at least semi-real food. I could get my own cheese and my own macaroni too. But then I would be getting crazy because then I have to make cheese sauce and stuff. What else? What else? What else? That was good, dude. I gotta write that down. Spaghetti, meat sauce with sausages and Parmesan cheese. All right, this is called the Walmart quarantine list. So, um, sausage, pasta, parm, red sauce. Also canned, also tuna, anchovy, tuna, anchovy, lettuce, Caesar. We'll get some Asiago for that, and for the sandwiches, we'll have the parm and the Asiago. I'll need pepperoni slash cured meat and baguette. That's a pretty solid list of real food right there. Not bad. Beef jerky, I ate a shitload of that already. The thing with beef jerky is it's so high in like sodium and just like, you know what sucks is there is no company that mass produces like good beef jerky. You know the kind of beef jerky that you find like, especially me, I'm from up north. Like if you go to New Hampshire, any like side store, like the kind of beef jerky that they're selling is so, it's like night and day. It's like eating a steak that you microwaved in the oven versus one that you cooked on like a open flame. It's crazy the difference. And that jerky holds for just as long. I wish I could figure out how to get my hands on that kind of jerky. They gotta have that kind of jerky here in Florida, right? At like roadside stands. Where do I even find shit like that? I haven't left my house. Let's turn our lightsabers on for fun. Alright, so this is the elemental nature, they call it. I got the purple in there right now. Why the purple? Because we're going to Villains Night. Pretty much as soon as the park opens back up. And the power and defense. Just got the red in there. And I've got the other crystals too. Fun little thing, if you unscrew your lightsaber at the top and the bottom without taking off your pommel or your hilt, you can access your kyber crystal just like that. So if we wanted to, we could put ye old, uh-oh, take the red one, pop it out. And then forcefully. That's how you know you got it in there right. Just slap these puppies back on there. Screw in your dingle hoppers. Here, I'll turn the lights off so you can see. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody's home. Yellow. Although it might look kind of white, it's yellow. Oh, dogs. Everybody's dogs are gonna. This is why I want a dog, because everybody in my house has dogs. Not me, though. Well, I had fun. Thanks for giving me some good ideas, dude. We chatted. We had a good time. I'm gonna go figure out how long this vlog's gonna take to upload. We'll do this again, for sure. Much love. You guys rock. Stay safe. And I'd say maybe we'll do this again on, let's say we'll do it again on Wednesday night. Or no, sorry, Tuesday. No. Let's wait. I want to see what I get in and, yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday, some point on Wednesday. I'll come on. Unless Tanya's, I don't know if Tanya's still going live. Tanya, you still going live? I'll go Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. One of those days. Keep an eye on the Instagram. You guys rock. Much love. Have a good night. Stay safe.